So in this video, we will going to discuss about the human factor in product design. Human factors or ergonomics is the application of psychological and physiological principles to the engineering and design of products, processes and systems. So human factor ergonomics, so that means what are all the physiological principles, and psychological, that means what we will be able to think regarding the design of products, processes and systems. Goal of human factors is to reduce human errors. What is the main function of the human factor? To reduce the human error and enhance safety and comfort with specific focus on the interaction between the human and the product of interest. So that means as far as possible, the human error should be minimum, and also safety for the safety and comfort. That means what is that safety and comfort? Safety for the operators and also the comfort zone, the working environment of the product should be a working environment in the organization between the human and the product of interest. The human factors in the product design are defining all user profiles, environments and requirements. Typical descriptions for user profiles can include anthropometric body measurements, that means age levels and levels of user training or education. So that means here, once the product has to be developed, they need to give a training for the employers. So for that, we need to have who are all the training people, what will going to be their age, and all these things should be considered. Typical specification for user environment can include temperature, user environments. What are all this user environment? So that is the temperature. That means the temperature at which you are working in the organization, humidity level, and what the lighting, whether the proper lighting is available in the organization, in the product stage. Noise, is there any hefty noise? Nearby distractions, is there any distractions? And space considerations, whether you have sufficient space or not. User requirements, what is that? User requirements can be in terms of the manner in which users sense and respond when interacting with all functions of the products. Then the second point is identifying and defining the sources of accidents or hazards connected with the production and usage of the product. So that means, so is there any criticality, is there any possibility of getting into accidents or hazards connected with the production usage of the product? That means, is there any non-safety measures have been there in the product development stage wherein you will going to commit a mistake? So accidents might going to happen. All those things has to be taken care of. A set of instructions or warnings should be clearly indicated in a conveyable manner so that people working with the product can comprehend and make appropriate decisions regarding proper use and safety. So as far as possible, they should be able to highlight the what are all the criticality involved in this product, and then where exactly you will going to have a problem, and what are all the safety measures you have to take. All those things should be highlighted and displayed in the display board so that the worker or the people who are working in that particular environment will take appropriate decisions regarding the proper use and safety. Then comes the adopting an effective design for assembly approach. The human factor elements include features that make the process easy to assemble or disassemble of components and their orientation or alignment, and also minimize the need for maintenance, thereby avoiding the need for human factor elements focused on maintenance activities. Adopting an effective design for assembly approach. So after the design for assembly, so that is the assembly what they want to do on the product, the human factor elements include features that make the process easy to assemble or disassemble of components. That means as far as possible, the assemble and disassembling of components should be, as far as possible, it should have easy. and their orientation or alignment, because once the assembly has to be done, obviously you should have the proper orientation and the alignment of between the two parts, and also minimize the need for maintenance. So while doing so, there need to be having some maintenance that I tried as far as possible it should be minimized, thereby avoiding the need for human factor element focused on maintenance activities. So as far as possible, try to reduce the maintenance activities. Considering the workmanship of the product, so what happens, the type, for example, the type of finish on the product. So what the finish you will going to get, so that will going to be the workmanship, that depends upon the what type of workmanship the human factor will going to play a major role on the product. So these are all the things which are required in our product development. Thank you.